I'm Johnny Goldstein. I'm a graphic facilitator. I'm a visual communicator, and I'm a teacher.
My name is Emerson Sykes. I'm the legal advisor for Africa programs at the International Center for Not-for-Profit Law.
I'm Steffi Sauer, and I'm a graphic designer. I live and work here in Ridgewood, Queens, and I'm a freelance designer.
I've been very mobile the last 8 years or so. I was following my wife around basically as she was in graduate school, and she had a job and she had a postdoc. These were all in different cities.
2 years ago, I had my son, and I still worked from home, and it was good for the first couple of months because of nursing and because just being a young mom was actually very beneficial. But then as time went on, I felt really isolated because I didn't have as much of a social life anymore.
After a year of working for my organization in DC, my family and I decided to move back to Brooklyn, so I would be working remotely. And I tried working from home for a few months, but my productivity level was not very high. And I realized that it was going to be really important for me to have a space.
I made the decision when I was visiting my family in Germany, and I called my husband and I said, you need to go fix up my bicycle because I'm going to start going to the office. I just signed up for Barthaus. I'm going to do 3 days a week and I'm going to ride my bike there, and that's what I'm going to do.
Well, the growth of co-working really comes from a few things colliding all at once. One is this mobile device. I can do anything I can do on my computer. Also, Steve King did some amazing research for Intuit, and in that research he found that by 2020 over 40% of the workforce is going to be independent. So people are choosing to be independent, our devices are making it super easy, and corporations and even small businesses are sending people home to work. Well, home isn't the optimal place to work. Home should be your haven, not your workplace.
I am much more productive here, certainly, than I am working anywhere else. At home, there's always something to do. I have a baby son, and so there's always laundry to do, or dishes, or whatever, bottles to switch around. And so, at home, I get a lot done, but not all of it is actually my work.
I can do whatever I want here as long as I'm not being disruptive to other people. So I can sit where I want, I can work with whoever I want, I can work on whatever I want.
In the traditional sense, working at an office, you have to be there from 9 to 5, and you have your boss who dictates, your hours and what you have to do. And even if you have nothing to do, you just sit there and don't do anything. The beauty of a co-working space is that you have all the good things about working in an office. You have people around you, you have the water cooler talk, you have somebody to eat lunch with, you have people to, creatively bounce ideas off and exchange ideas.
For me, co-working is providing a space that allows people to come together as a community and get done whatever it is they need to get done. So instead of having to work in the isolation of home or in a crowded coffee shop, they can come work in a beautiful, inspiring space around other people and experience networking and collaboration. They refer business to each other and they grow business together.
I think each place really has its own personality. Part of that reflects the city it's in, part of it reflects the founders. Here, it reflects being in New York City, I think. People are very busy. The interactions are probably shorter a lot of the time. It's a little bit less social than the other co-working communities I was part of. And that reflects New York City. At the same time, for New York, it's very social and very human.
It's not just programmers and web designers. I love that there is like a vast variety of different people who do different things, like the Supper Club, the documentary filmmakers, the programmers, I know that there is this girl who works on agriculture projects in third world countries.
I think co-working is definitely a very interesting expression of freedom of association, freedom of assembly, and freedom of expression, the work that we do. Because we're all sort of here doing our own thing. We don't even have our bosses around, never mind the government or anyone else telling us what to do. So I think by buying into co-working, you're sort of asserting your independence.